Well, a happy Labor Day to everyone here. It is September. The weather is starting to cool down. The sun is starting to set pretty sooner, and that means it's time for the road to October baseball begins. Hi, everyone. This is Monday Night Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we have a pretty good matchup for you guys this evening, where the San Francisco Giants will be taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game one of a three-game series is set way to kick on in just a few moments. And for both teams here, if the San Francisco Giants, listen, a team that is most likely out of the conversation when it comes down to playoffs spots. They're about 8 games uh, back of the wild card position. They, but listen, anything can happen. All right, we saw it last year with the San Francisco Giants. They come in tonight's game for 64 and 68, third in the NL West. And then there's the Los Angeles Dodgers that comes in 92-41. They picked up a victory in a series win yesterday against the Padres 9-4. And yesterday's victory turned out to be the 47th win of the last 60 games. So what a pretty hot streak that the Los Angeles Dodgers are on since the All-Star break. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got the starting lineup and the pitching matchup, followed by the first pitch, the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Tonight's broadcast, we'd like to give a shout out to StreamYard Studios. StreamYard Studios create your podcast, YouTube videos, host virtual business meetings, and conduct your own interviews. Check out StreamYard.com and check out their free version today. at StreamYard.com. All right, let's take a look at the starting pitchers for both of the ball clubs. Looks like it's going to be a fun, interesting battle. We'll take a look at the San Francisco Giants with Logan Webb, who's 11-8 coming in today's game. He had coming in today with 2.89 ERA with 137 strikeouts, taking on the Dodgers left-handed pitcher Andrew Heaney, 2-1, 2.12 ERA with 70 strikeouts. Like I said, the Giants got off of a 3-game sweep over this past weekend against the Philadelphia Phillies, taking 3 games to begin the month of September. And like I said, although they have 8 games behind in the wild card, they sit third in the NL West. They look towards anything could happen in the month of September. So the San Francisco Giants are looking to find some sort of stretch and plead their case for a October chance postseason run. The Los Angeles Dodgers, like I said, first half of the season clearly belonged to the New York Yankees. The Dodgers took over the second half of the season. 47 of the last 60 victory games were wins. They come into this game first in the NL West. They beat the Padres 2-1 over the weekend with the final score of 9-4 yesterday. They're 6-4 in the last 10 games with a 2-game winning streak. Alrighty. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineup and followed by the first pitch. You're listening to the Giants and Dodgers right here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Once again, happy Labor Day, everyone, and welcome to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. I'm Justin. We have a really good and interesting game for you coming up here just moments away, and that is going to be the San Francisco Giants taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers picked up a 2 out of a 3-game victory over the San Diego Padres this past weekend, while the Giants swept the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, let's get right down to the starting lineup here for the visiting team, road team, San Francisco Giants, who come into today's game for 64-68. Leading things off in center field is Luis Brinson. Batting second at second base, Wilmer Flores. At third, the designated hitter, J.D. Davis. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Thairo Estrada. Brandon Crawford will be playing shortstop. He'll be batting sixth. Doing the catching behind the plate is Austin Wins. He'll be batting seventh. Batting eighth, and at first base, David Villar. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Bryce Johnson. That is Brinson, Florence, Davis, Longoria, Estrada, Crawford, Wins, Villar, Johnson. And for the pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers here this afternoon, the left-handed pitcher Andrew Heaney, he's 2-1, 2.12 ERA with 70 strikeouts. The defensive position here for the Los Angeles Dodgers lined up starting over in left field is Joey Gallo. Center fielder is going to be Cody Bellinger. Over in right field is Trace Thompson. Playing third base, Max Muncy. Over at short is Trey Turner. Mookie Betts will be playing second tonight. Freddie Freeman over at first base doing the catching for the Dodgers is Austin Barnes. Andrew Heaney getting ready to set up as the Dodgers and Giants make way. Beautiful day. Little heat advisories will be going around in Southern California the last couple of days. Home plate umpires for tonight's game. Home plate umpires Adam Beck. First base is Rob Drake. Todd Tichenor is at second. Mark Wagner is at third. Got first pitch as Louise Brinson sets underway. And we are underway with the first pitch called strike. First pitch of the game is at 7:11. It's about 90 degrees, clear skies overhead, 4 miles out, blowing out to right at Dodger Stadium this evening. The 0-1 count. It's on the inside. It's 1-1. Brinson comes into today's game batting .333. OPS is .833 with no home runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's on the inside corner, but called for a strike. The count goes 1-2. 83-mile slider. First two pitches of the game was the four-seam fastball, then the slider. Here's the 1-2 swing foul, left field side. Almost a fair ball. Hugging that line on the left field side there. It's 1-2 again. That was a 94 four-seam fastball as well. The Dodgers come into today's game 92-41, taking the series out of the Padres this past weekend, and the Giants 64-68, 3-7 the last 10 games. And there's a swing and a foul off again. It's 1-2. The Giants are on a 3-game winning streak, sweeping the Philadelphia Phillies in San Francisco this past weekend. Here's the 1-2. That's fouled on the right field side this time. Count goes 1-2 again. 7 pitches so far for Andrew Heaney. 6 of them are strikes. And here is the 1-2 count. And a swing on the third base side, but they're going to call that a foul again. Andrew Heaney, 2 for 1, 2.12 ERA in 10 games. 46 innings pitched, 70 strikeouts. Last game pitch was back on August 30th against the Mets, where he went 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts. Here's the 1-2, and it's a swing and a miss for the first out of the ballgame. One away. For Wilmar Flores. As the first pitch is in there for a strike, it's 0-1. Flores, 246, 17 home runs on the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is a swing, chop, foul. J.D. Davis is up next. Thank you guys for tuning in to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. The 0-2 pitch is down inside and low. It's 1-2 now to Flores. Career versus Heaney. He's 4 for 8 with the home run and 2 RBIs. The 1-2 delivery on the inside and actually hits Flores, so he'll be awarded first base. So with 1 out, here comes J.D. Martinez looking to give the Giants an opportunity to score in this early bout. That pitch made by Andrew Heaney hit Flores on the back leg. Flores on first. Davis is up to bat. Longoria's on deck, and Estrada's in the hole. Davis comes in 243 with 7.28 or 0.728 ERA, 8 home runs on the season. 3 for 25 in the last 6 ball games. Here's the first pitch, is up high. It's called for a ball, 1-0. Davis is the designated hitter this evening. Just getting underway at Dodger Stadium. The Angels and the Tigers just got underway about 20 minutes ago at Anaheim Stadium. Not too far from here. A big heavy swing and a miss for Davis. It's 1-1. I'm sure over the weekend, the Padres and Dodgers was a playoff series caliber. And Padres looked good early on. And then the Dodgers did what the Dodgers do best. The 1-1. It's on the inside corner, called for a strike. It's 1-2. And just imagine, we're in September with the 92 wins. About to win the National League West again. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a heavy swing and a miss. It's strikeout for the second out of the inning. 2 strikeouts and a hit by pitch for Andrew Heaney to kick things off. And you look at the Dodgers and the Giants, and this time last year, it was practically, I wouldn't say the other way around, but the Giants had a remarkable series last season. Longoria is up, 255, 12 home runs, 30 RBIs. He's 310 against a left-handed pitcher. Runner on first, 2 away here in the top of the first inning. First pitch is hacking foul. 0-1. Giants had 100-plus wins last season. Barely looking to try to reach just 500 this year. And only just a few more weeks away before October baseball begins. A 0-1 pitch swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Flores is on first, 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Fastball, changeup thrown by Heaney as he sets. Dodgers in the white tops, white bottoms. Dodgers engraving on their chest with the red numbers up front. Here's the 0-2, and this one is down low for a ball. It's 1-2. The 1-2 grab is up to third for Turner, and he'll throw it over for Freeman, and he'll throw it over for out number 3. You strand a runner on first, and the Dodgers get a chance to come to bat. You guys are listening to the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Dodgers coming up to bat, and their starting lineup here as they enter play 92 and 41. Leading things off at second base is Mookie Betts. Batting second at shortstop, Trey Turner. Over at first base is Freddie Freeman. He'll be batting third. Batting cleanup at third base is Max Muncy. Over there in right field is Trace Thompson. He'll be batting fifth. Batting sixth in left field is Joey Gallo. The designated hitter batting seventh is Miguel Vargas. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. And batting ninth, the catcher, Austin Burns. That's Betts, Turner, Freeman, Muncy, Thompson, Gallo, Vargas, Bellinger, and Barnes as the first pitch in for Betts is in there called strike. Here's the 0-1, and that's outside for a ball. Defensive positions for the San Francisco Giants. Over there in left field is Thairo Estrada. In center, you have Luis Brinson. And in right, you have Bryce Johnson. Playing third base is Evan Longoria. The shortstop is Brandon Crawford. Wilmer Flores is at second base. The first baseman, David Villar. And then doing the catching behind the plate is Arson Wins. Here's the 2-1. This is chop foul. Count goes 2-2. Logan Webb is your pitcher this afternoon. He is 11-8 on the season, 2.89 ERA in 27 games, 165 pitches with 137 strikeouts. The last game he faced was on August 30th. Here's the 2-2 chopped on the third base side, just foul. He lost against the San Diego Padres on August 30th. He pitched 5 2/3 of an inning, with allowing 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. He's in the last 3 games. He is 0 for 3. 0 for 1. And the 2-2 pitch to Betts. There's a chopped line on third. Longoria will get it, throw it over, and that will get away from the first baseman. Betts is going to round first and trot on into second. As this is going to be probably marked on an E3. As the Dodgers have a man on second base with nobody out. This was a nice running catch for Evan Longoria. The throw got away from him just a little bit, sending Villar off the bag. We'll see what they mark. We see a fielder error on Evan Longoria. So runner on second, and here comes Trey Turner. This is chopped foul, 0-1. Betts is on second, nobody out, bottom of the first inning. So he's batting .304 with 19 home runs. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And it's on the outside, gets away from the catcher. Betts is going to stay at second as the count goes 1-1. Those pitch was on the outside corner, hit the tip of the Austin Wynn's glove. Got away from him. Caught Mookie Betts snapping over there. The 1-1 here to Trey Turner. And that is outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Coming into today's game, the San Francisco Giants are on a 3-game winning streak. The Los Angeles Dodgers are on a 2-game winning streak. Giants 8 games out of the wild card, trying to make their case in the month of September. Here's the 2-1, a heavy swing and a miss by Turner. The count goes tied 2-2. A few teams have made September comebacks. Recent ones were last year from St. Louis, 17 games in the month of September. Get them in a wild card position. Here's a chop back to first to Webb, back to Webb at the mound. He'll throw it over to Villar. Betts will advance 90 feet with one away and a runner on third. Nice play by Logan Webb off the mound, going to his right side. Freddie Freeman is up. 322, 16 home runs. Freddie Freeman is 306 against the Giants. 6 extra base hits with 8 RBIs. Seven for 15 in 133 games versus Logan Webb. Here's the first pitch. It's down low for a ball. A runner on third with one away here in the bottom of the first inning. As we see beautiful Los Angeles. And this one's chopped foul. It's 1-1. As I was mentioning, the Giants, like I mentioned, 8 games back from a wild card position, having the opportunity. Any team has the opportunity still, at least competing. They're competing against teams like the Padres and the Phillies. So a nice month of September could wind up ending in a wild card. This one's hit, long fly ball out to right field, going back to the wall, and you can look up and kiss that one goodbye. 2-run blast by Freddie Freeman, 17th home run on the year, and that puts the Dodgers out early, 2-0. This was an 83-mile sinker just right over the plate, and Freeman got all of that. He didn't need to use the small wall out there and right. And the Dodgers jump out in the front, and that's been a typical scenario at Dodger Stadium to get out to an early lead by either team. First pitch in for Max Muncy is in there, called for a strike. So the Dodgers score for first. And it's 2-0 in the bottom of the first. The 0-1 chopped into the shift on the right field side. Second baseman will grab it for out number 2. Now it was grounded to Wilmer Flores that were playing into the shift. He was playing shallow right. So 2 away. And it seems like the story here for Los Angeles is that no matter where they could come out and get an early lead, and they maintain that, and it's worked dividends for them as they have 92 plus wins heading into today's game. Trace Thompson looks at the first pitch, called strike, 93-mile sinker. He's batting .273 with 8 home runs. The next one here is swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 count. This one's outside, down, and low. The count goes 1-2. Two runs batted in, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. No one on. Here's the 1-2 count. It's in there, called for a strike, caught looking. Well, the damage has been done in the first inning. Freddie Freeman with a 2-1 blast to give the Dodgers out in front, 2-0. You're listening to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. 5-6-7 here due up as the first pitch is in there, called for a strike. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on a Monday night. Happy Labor Day to everyone who's tuning in. And the 0-1 pitch is lined it right back to Max Muncy over there at third. And he'll throw to Freddie Freeman for out number one. 2-0 Dodgers lead here in the second. Brandon Crawford coming up here. He's 227 on the year with 7 home runs. And as we're sitting here in September, like I said, the road to October baseball is here. He's 3 for 6 against Andrew Heaney. The first pitch is down low, called for a ball. The Dodgers are leading the National League West 92-41. They sit in comfortable first place. This one's here, chop right back to Heaney at first. He'll underhand toss it to Freeman at first for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second inning, and Austin Wynns steps up, 231 average with 1 home run. Dodgers 19.5 lead over the Padres, who they beat the series with. It's been that way all season long. The Padres can't seem to get one above the Dodgers this year. Lucky number 9 for the Dodgers, 9 victories to eliminate the entire rest of the division here. First pitch to Wynns is called for a strike. He showed a bunt and pulled it back at the last second. The Padres sit in second place, 74-62. I want to pardon my mistake for earlier in today, calling for the Giants coming into today's game, 64-68 they're in third place. The 0-2 called for a strike. So 0-2 now for Austin Wynns. Here's the windup and the delivery. That is swing and a miss. And a quickly 1-2-3 go down the Giants here in the second. It is 2-0 Dodgers here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Six, 7, and 8 here due up for the Dodgers as they're out early to a 2-0 lead with 1 hit and 1 error for the Giants as Joey Gallo sets way to step into the plate. He's batting 166 with 15 home runs. As Webb sets and delivers his first pitch swinging in for a strike. Thank you guys for tuning in to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Monday afternoon. Happy Labor Day to everyone, by the way. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed your holiday. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That's down low. It's 1-1. What a quick 1-2-3 top of the second inning. I was going through the standings in the National League, and before today's game, as I was preparing, as this 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner, called for a strike. It's 1-2. The San Francisco Giants were sitting at third place, but after today's standings today, the Arizona Diamondbacks is sitting on third place, 65-69. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That is down low. It's 2-2 now to Gallo. And the Giants are currently holding the fourth place position, followed by the Colorado Rockies, who are sitting in the fifth at 57-79. The 2-2 pitch is a swing and foul, 87-mile changeup. Count remains 2-2. Miguel Vargas is due up next. Here's the 2-2 count and a swing and a miss for the first out at the bottom of the second. Miguel Vargas was 2 for 4 back on August 3rd against the Giants in his MLB debut. It was a 2 RBI and a stolen base day. Stolen third in that factor. And I have another big game tonight. That was on the road in San Francisco. First pitch was in there, called for a strike. All right, Vargas, 304, 17, no home runs. He's batting 304 down on the minors. 0-2 counts outside in the dirt. It's 1-2. $83-mile slider. Here's the 1-2. That's a changeup that gotten away from Webb. And the count goes 2-2. Cody and Bellinger's due up next. And the 2-2 set and delivery for Logan Webb. This is a swing, popped it up, shallow right. Calling off is the second baseman, Wilmer Flores, for out number 2. I think a lot of people believe that this is once again a year for the Dodgers to go all the way. And it would be nice to see the Dodgers actually win the World Series off of a regular 162-game schedule. It was just 2 years ago where they won the World Series based off of a shortened schedule because of COVID-19. First pitch on the way is in their first strike, going 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and this is chop foul. It's 0-2. They're having a better second half than the Yankees had the first half of the season. It's not how you start the season, it's how you finished. Here's a swinging flying ball out to left field. Estrada coming in and makes the grab. A quick 1-2-3 inning worked for Logan Webb. Replay 2, and the Dodgers are out front 2-0 here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. 8-9 due up here in the top of the third inning. Dodgers game. Dodgers 6 games above the Astros for best record, 6 games ahead of the Mets for best record in the NL. 19.5 games above the Padres here as the first pitch and called for a strike to David Villar. 157 batting average, 1 home run. Pretty outstanding numbers. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. It's 0-2. And here's the 0-2. Swinging it, and it's going to get down to left field for a base hit. So a runner's going to be on first to kick off the top half of the third for Bryce Johnson. Giants trying to crawl back and get a couple of runs in this inning. They left a runner in the first inning. Johnson coming in, 125 batting average. Here's the shows bunt, the first pitch. It's on the inside, pulled back. It's 1-0. I'll get you the out-of-town scoreboard here later on in today's game. Break down some of the ball court standings. This one is hit fouled behind. It's 1-1. You see how good the Dodgers are, though. You also look at the statistics and you see who is leading where. You have the Aaron Judge up top. The Mookie Betts is down in 6. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's up high for a ball. Villar on the first, Johnson at bat. There's a pitch, now a swing back to the netting. And it's 2-2 still to Villar. Luis Brinson due up next. No outs here in the top of the third inning. The 2-2. Caught looking on the outside plate. And that will record for the first out of the inning. And that was an 83-mile slider on the outside plate for the 4th strikeout here for Andrew Heaney. Well, so far, the home plate umpire, Adam Beck, isn't giving any sorts of leverage on the corners. If you're going to miss, you got to actually miss. And this one showed bunt for Brinson. It's called for a strike. Oh for 1. Today's game. Struck out to begin the game. Runner on first, 1 away. Here's a fly ball out to dead away center field. Going back to the warning track, looking up and gone. And just like that, Luis Benson has tied this ball game at 2. 92-mile-an-hour fastball got caught right down the middle, and Brinson took it to straightaway center. 103 velocity, and boy, This game has changed quickly in the second inning. It was a really good pitch. Just got away from Andrew Heaney, and that's what happens with those fastballs. They sit over the plate more often than not. You have to be precise with the location. Here's the first pitch in their way for Wilmer Flores, and he swings in the miss for strike number one. So the game is tied 2-2, top of the third inning, one away. Next one pitch is a foul back. It's 0-2. This one's gotten up and away from Heaney. This is now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's chopped left field side going over is Gallo, and he'll make the grab. Just minor steps before the warning track. And that's out for out number 2. J.D. Davis is up. He's 0 for 1 again, batting .242 on the season. Here's the first pitch. Little halfway swing called for a strike. It's 0-1 to J.D. Davis. And as I mentioned, you look at teams last year, like the Cardinals. Okay, they were a team that probably was not expected to be in the postseason. This pitch is on the inside, called for a ball. It's 1-1 now. And the Cardinals had a miraculous 17-game run streak in September. And that, they end up replacing the Cincinnati Reds. And then you had this one here, the Giants. Who say the Giants going to do it? They had 100-plus games last season. This one's hit long fly ball out to center field. Looking up in is Bellinger, and that's going to get out of the park again. Another home run. And the Giants are out front 3-2. Exit velocity 105, 412 feet, 93-mile fastball. You know what? I was looking at that. That was on the same part of the plate that hung right over down the middle. Right down the middle, right down Broadway, and he took it straight away center. Just maybe a little left from what Brinson hit, but gosh, not a thing of beauty. I'll put it that way. 3-2 Giants lead here in the top of the third inning. First pitch in there for Evan Longoria is called strike. A change, 84-mile changeup. Giants are out front, 3-2 now here in the third. 0-1 pitch. He is outside, called for a ball. Count goes 1-1. Grounded out back in the first. 2 away, bases empty. This is a swing and miss foul. 3 runs scored here in the third inning for the Giants. It's always a good series with the Giants and the Dodgers. This one's grounded over to short. For there, Trey Turner will make it up, throw it over to Freeman. But 3 runs scored by 2 home runs. And the Giants are out front 3-2 in 2.5 innings on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. The Powerball has really taken away here in the first few innings. This is the first pitch in there to Austin Barnes. Is there called for a ball. It was outside. It's 1-0. You had Freddie Freeman back in the first, Brinson in the third, and Davis in the third. As the 1-0 pitch is in there, called for a strike. This one's hit right back to first base for Villar. He'll toss it over to Webb, headed to the first for out number 1. One away here in the bottom of the third inning. Giants are out front 3-2 for Mookie Betts. Lead things off. He's 0 for 1. Be sure to catch his top half of the fourth inning for Dodger trivia question in tonight's ball game. Mookie Betts 0 for 1, reached to second on an error. First pitch in there, called for a strike. The 0-1 is out there in the dirt. It's 1-1. Slugging leaders this season. Mookie Betts, 571, just in fourth place underneath Yordan Alvarez, Paul Goldschmidt, and Aaron Judge. Here's a fly ball out to right field for Johnson, and he'll make the grab for 2 quick outs. Bryce Johnson with the grab. Trey Turner, 0 for 1. He's coming up. 2 away, nobody on. And here's the first pitch. It's on the outside. It's called for a ball, 1-0. Grounded out. His last plate appearance. 304 with 19 home runs. This is a hit fly ball over the second baseman's head. It's going to get down to the right field. 2-out knock for Trey Turner. Gives the Dodgers a runner on first for Freddie Freeman, who hit a 2-run home run back in the first. MLB hits. Freddie Freeman has 169, and Trey Turner has 165 on the season. Turner on first, a throw back and diving in safely. It's game 1 of a 3-game series played tomorrow and Wednesday. Need to schedule a little bit later on in tonight's ball game. Giants out front 3-2. Runner on the first, 2 away. Freddie Freeman up at bat. Webb throws back to first. And Villar is not even covering. I mean, he's hovering over first, in front of first, not really covering the bat. You got a left-handed, right-handed hitter out. They're going to want to play off the bag a little bit, especially if it's a Freddie Freeman. Here's the first pitch. It's on the outside, called for a ball. If I was playing first base and I had to cover somebody, I'd say, here's a free bag. Take whatever lead you want, especially if it's Freddie Freeman up to bat. I don't want to be up that close to home plate with Freddie Freeman at the plate. 1-0. Chop foul, left field side. Webb sits in the third inning at 45 pitches, 31 of those sitting at strikes. A runner on first, 2 away. And the pitch, swing and the miss, hit a ball down in the dirt. Freddie Freeman don't normally miss those pitches quite often. Has a very, very keen eyesight. 3-2, the Dodgers lead. Here's the 3-2 on the corner. Here goes a late going for Turner. He's going to be called out. Turner went late and saw no one covering the bag. Crawford beats. Combination of Crawford and Wins beats the throw. And Turner over jumped the bag, and that's what got Turner out, or else he would have been safe. So we'll leave it at that. Giants still leading 3-2 as we head to the fourth here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Three-two Giants lead here in the top of the fourth inning, and for every game, the home team gives you a trivia question in the fourth inning. And our trivia question here is the first pitch is in for Thairo Estrada is called for a strike on the outside corner. So we got the Dodger trivia question here coming up. Which Dodger was the youngest player ever elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame? As the 0-1 hit fly ball out to center field, going back to the warning track. It's Bellinger up and it is gone. Solo blast by Thairo Estrada gives the Giants a 4-2 lead as we begin the fourth inning. And home run balls are flying like there's no other. That is number 3 from the Giants tonight. And that was number 12 for Estrada on the season. And that was straightaway center field also. As the first pitch to Crawford, a heavy swing and a miss. Let's give the trivia question out again. Which Dodger was the youngest player ever elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame? Is it A, Pee Wee Reese, as the 0-1 is down in the dirt, gets away from Barnes, that's 1-1. B, Duke Snyder, C, Sandy Koufax, or D, Jackie Watt Robinson? You guys could comment your answers in the comment section on the YouTube page. The 1-1 count is outside for a ball. It's 2-1 to Brandon Crawford. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This is hit to second. Stopping it is Betts as he gets away, but Brandon Crawford will reach first as no play was made over to first. So with nobody out and a runner scored already in this inning, a runner is now on first base for Austin wins. And Bet, you got to enjoy, the defensive position that Mookie Betts has, playing live, all sorts of positions, outfield, infield, second base tonight. He's just stopping that ball, not allowing it to get between the right and center field. And the first pitch on the way to wins is in there, called for a strike. So once again, the trivia question is which Dodger was the youngest player ever elected to Baseball Hall of Fame? A. Pee Wee Reese, B. Duke Snider, Sandy Koufax SC, or D. Jackie Robinson? And we'll reveal the answer at the bottom half of the inning number 4. There's the pitch on the way, a swing and a miss, and the count goes 0-2. Brandon Crawford's on first. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. Giants on a 3-game winning streak would like to make it to number 4 today. So for the Dodgers on a 2-game winning streak, would like to make it number 3. Here's the pitches on the inside. It's called for a ball. It's 1-2. Lefty versus righty here at the plate. The 1-2 delivery. A swing and a miss at the ball up high for the first out of the inning. Nice 94-mile four-seam fastball. Sits down, Austin wins. David Villar is up to bat with 1 away and a runner on first. Heaney sits at 5 strikeouts in a 3 1/3 inning as he gets ready to throw pitch number 60. This one's hit. Fly ball out to right field. Going back is Thompson, and you could kiss that one goodbye. 2-run blast by David Villar. And a home run clinic number 2 of the year puts the Giants out in front 6-2. That went 104 feet, 100-mile-an-hour exit velocity. That one stuck in just a little low, but low enough. Three more runs scored in. Next one grounded it to third, lined it back to Max Muncy, who makes the grab for out number 2. Nobody on for Bryce Johnson. For the top of the order, Louise Brinson, who was 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run back in last inning. First pitch is in there, called for a strike, 86-mile changeup. It's 0 for 1. A swing and a miss. It's 0, puts the count 0-2. See, all of the home runs that Andrew Heaney has given up so far tonight has been fastballs down the middle. So it's not like they've just been getting lucky as the 0-2 is down in the dirt. It's 1-2 now. He's just been leaving them over the plate. And when you leave them over the plate, what happens? You give these batters a chance to take a yard. And that's what the Giants are capitalizing so far in the first 3-4 innings. Here's a 1-2 that's gotten up high and away. One thing that's happened so far in the last 2 innings also is Andrew Heaney getting these wild pitches. This is the 6th one I've seen in the last 2 innings that's really gone away. This one's chopped fouled. Count remains at 2-2. When I say way, they're about, you would have to hit these with an oar in order to get to it. I'm talking about really far away. 2 outs, 2-2 count to Luis Brinson. This is popped up just behind the second base bag for Mookie Betts. And he'll make the grab to end the half of the inning. 3 more runs here scored as the Giants extend their lead 6-2. You're listening to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Four, five, six here due up in the bottom half of inning number 4 as the first pitch is lined into center for a base hit by Freddie Freeman. And without any questions asked, the Dodgers get something going here in the 4th inning. And they're going to need to. They're down by 4. A run here and there will help. Any run, by all means, helps. Max Muncy's due up here. Runner on first. Nobody out. Muncy 0 for 1. And Freddie Freeman's on at first. Here's the delivery by Reb. It's on the corner, but called for a strike. It's 0-1. Top half of the inning, we asked the question, trivia question, which Dodger was the youngest player ever to be elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame? Was it A, Pee Wee Reese, B, Duke Snider, Sandy Koufax, C, or D, Jackie Robinson? Here's the 0-1. It's down to the dirt. I was looking at this. I was just thinking, I don't know too much about. I've heard of Duke Snider. I've heard of Sandy Koufax, Jackie Robinson. Didn't really hear too much about Pee Wee Reese. You guys had your answer put down in the comments below. The 1-1 count to Max Muncy. And it's hit. Lined into right. That's going to get down in front of the right fielder. Freddie Freeman's going to stop at second. And back-to-back base hits for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nice, easily back-to-back singles to get a couple men on board. What Dodgers do best for Tracy Thompson to come around and hopefully drives a few runs in. Giants lead 6-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out, two runners on. Tracy Thompson, 0 for 1, 271 batting average, 8 home runs, 31 RBIs. Logan Webb sitting at 50 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Here's the first pitch. It's on the inside, called for a strike. And Thompson didn't like that call. It's 0-1. So the trivia question correct answer is C. Sandy Koufax was the youngest Dodger player ever to be elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I'll explain here in a moment. Here's the check swing as winds checks down at the first base umpire. No go. It's 1-1. Koufax's career peaked with a run of 6 outstanding years from 1961 to 1966 before arthritis in his left elbow ended his career permanently at the age of 30. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1972 at the age of 36. This one's popped up, just foul. Now it goes 1-2. Sandy Koufax becomes the youngest, is the Dodgers' youngest player to be entered into the Baseball Hall of Fame at the age of 36. I think a lot of people could misinterpret that question. As Jackie Robinson's a common name that a lot of people always know and affiliate baseball to. Here's a 1-2, chopped foul off of his leg, and we'll play 1-2. But, you know anything about Dodgers baseball, and Sandy Koufax is a outstanding pitcher, well-deserved Hall of Famer. Duke Snider's another great ball player. Like I said, I don't know too much about Pee Wee Reese, but surprises me. Two on here with nobody out. Check swings over. Was too far out, called for a ball he held in time. 2-2 now the count to Thompson. He's already thrown 5 pitches at this at bat. Like nothing more to get out of this jam, head back in and get some more runs on the board. Here's the windup and the delivery. Swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. Nice 83-mile changeup. Down on strikes, 1 away. Joey Gallo comes up. He's 0-1 today. Gallo takes his time stepping in. It feels like every moment here, moving forward, especially if you're playing teams like the Dodgers or the Mets. I was just reminding me back, I was listening to a Reds and Yankees game back a few months back as the first pitch is in there for a called strike. And there's a lot of these games that are just playoff atmosphere. And you just take a look around Dodger Stadium and how packed. There's no empty seat to be found from even the nosebleeds. There's people walking the concourses, within two feet apart from each other. And it surely, an 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss down to the dirt, quickly 0-2. And it surely seems to me a playoff atmosphere. And for a team like the Giants who have their work cut out for them, if they want an opportunity at the playoffs, they would not only have to win 8 games, they have to go on this remarkable run to outbeat 3 other teams that are already ahead of them. You think how the wild card standing is presented, and you have the Giants behind San Diego, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Arizona. As the 0-2 pitch, it's down low, called for a ball, 1-2. And currently, right now, in the wild card standings, at least in the National League, the Atlanta Braves, 84 wins, 10.5 games above. Both the Phillies and the Padres are tied. This is hit line to the right field, and that is going to get down to the warning track. Thompson's going to get it thrown in. Freeman's going to run around to score. Muncy is coming. It's going to be held at third. And a one-out RBI double for Joey Gallo. Ball hanging a little too much over the plate, and he takes it straight to right field. For a moment, we thought it was going to go out, if not to a double. And he links out the double. So it is now 6-3 Giants in the bottom of the fourth inning for Miguel Vargas, as the pitching coach for the Giants is making his way out there. Trying to calm down, maybe, talk to Logan Webb in this new strategy. So Miguel Vargas, who's 0 for 1. And it wasn't Thompson, who I thought it was out there in right field, or Johnson. It was actually Mike Yastrzemski who's made it into the game. Johnson actually made his overweight to left. So Thairo Estrada was the one who is actually over at second. Wilmer Flores is at first. And David Villar is taken out of the game. This one's popped up in the foul territory. It's a 1-1. So plenty of defensive changes here. And I'll get that all up to date here in a moment. As the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2. So Gallo's on second, Muncy's on third. There's one away here in the fourth inning. A run's already scored. Miguel Vargas sits on a 1-2 pitch count with Logan Webb at 63 pitches. Only struck out 3. And this is a pitch outside, so it's 1-2. So according to my calculations, and I'll double check the batting lineup, but David Villar has exited the game. He was playing at first base for the Giants. Wilmer Flores moves over from second to first. Estrada moves from left to second. And here's a pop-up out to right. Coming in is Yastrzemski, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. Tagging up is Muncy, and he's going to be held back at first. So 2 away here. And then Johnson's moving from right to left, and then Yastrzemski is over in right field for the defensive positions for the Giants. 2 away here now with on a 6-3 ball game in the bottom of the fourth inning. Gallo on second, Muncy on third. Cody Bellinger is coming up. He's 0 for 1. Flew out last time with 55 RBIs and 17 home runs to keep a key side into it. Webb sets and delivers. That one's down in the dirt. Called for a ball. It's 1-0. You look at the Giants right now, and because of the Diamondbacks possibly winning, we'll talk about that at the next inning. But the Giants have to overcome the D-backs, the Milwaukee Brewers, the San Diego Padres, and the Phillies in order to get an opportunity at a wild card position. This one's chopped foul. It's 1-1. And right now you have at least 8 games you have to make up. Giants are 3-7 in the last 10 games. So you do have a chance, and like I said, any team has an opportunity, has a chance at the playoffs, especially with the additional team. Makes September baseball much more intriguing. The 1-1 delivery to Bellinger. This one's in there, called for a strike, is 1-2. 91-mile sinker. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in there on the corner, called for a strike, and that will end the inning. A runner scored, a couple of man left on, and the Giants are still out in front 6-3. We had played 4 here on a Major League Baseball night on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Two, three, four due up here in inning number 5 for the Giants as Flores, Davids, Longoria. Yes, Grimsky has replaced Villar at the batting number 8 spot, while we have Andrew Heaney coming back out in inning number 5 with 5 strikeouts at 67 pitches. I want to give a shout out and give a thanks to StreamYard. Create your podcast, YouTube videos, host virtual business meetings, and more at StreamYard.com. Check out their free version today with StreamYard, and that's where we're broadcasting our channel from. If you're watching us from YouTube, Facebook, or even Twitter, thank you guys for tuning in on Labor Day. First pitch was inside up at the elbow. The other one's down low by the ankles to Wilmer Flores, who's 0 for 1. And it's 2-0 to Flores with nobody on in the top of the 5th inning. Giants are out front 6-3. This one is chopped back foul, 2-1. Take a look at some of the things going on around town. Before we get deep into the standings, which I would like to, we'll see where this takes us. We'll kind of give you around an out-of-town scoreboard over this next inning. This one is swinged and chopped left field side, just out of bounds, about maybe 25 yards away from fair territory. It's 2-2. As the 2-2 pitch is lined right back up the middle, but Betts is right there, played into the shift, throws it over to first for out number 1. We're set down. We'll take a look over and talk about the wild card position with the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Then they played earlier today. The Diamondbacks shut out the San Diego Padres 5-0 on this Labor Day Monday. And that's a team game to look out for. You also look at the other games like Milwaukee, who beat the Colorado Rockies 6-4 in Colorado. And let's not forget the Philadelphia Phillies, who actually had the day off today. First pitch on the way to J.D. Davis. And it's in there, swing and a miss for a called strike. You got the Blue Jays beating the Baltimore Orioles in both games today. They played a doubleheader. This one 0-1 pitch was on the inside. At the hands is 1-1. First game was final score 7-3, and the second game was final score 8-4. That game was made up. The second game was made up from August 10th after a rainout. Milwaukee loses to the Yankees 5-2. Aaron Judge is on the pace for 65 home runs if he continues the way he's going. The 2-1 is up high for a ball. 1-1 is up high for a ball. It's 2-1 now the count to Davis. The Red Sox fall short to the Rays. Final score 4-3. Here's the 2-1 swing and a miss. The count goes tied 2-2. The Nationals shut out the Cardinals 6-0. The White Sox beat the Mariners 3-2. And the Astros shut out the Rangers 1-0. I was catching that game. And to my accordance, here's the 2-2. Check swing goes around for a strikeout. Hunter Brown on his first major league debut. He wins the ball game and shuts out the Rangers in a shutout game. Went 6 innings, giving up 5 strikeouts. Congratulations to Hunter Brown. He was one of those call-ups. And then the Guardians in final and 10 has beaten the Kansas City Royals 6-5. First pitch on the way to Evan Longoria is in their called strike. It's 0-1. One game is currently in progress, and they're in the middle of the 6th inning, and that's the Tigers over in Anaheim, just down the highway. And the Angels are currently shutting out the Tigers 7-0. Here's the 0-1. It's in there, called for a strike. And that is your out-of-town scoreboard. We'll let you know a little bit later on as the game progresses. Only one other game besides us that is going on this evening. 2 outs, nobody on. And here's the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. So a quick 1-2-3 inning work by Andrew Heaney. We have played 5. The Giants 6, the Dodgers 3 here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. For all your MLB updates and highlight scores and more, check out MLB.com for more information. First pitch swing and foul. It's 0-1. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. At 6-3, the Giants lead. Austin Barnes is up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out in the first time at the plate. There's a pitch. Fly the ball. Fouled. It's now 0-2. Dodgers scored in a run back in the fourth inning. And a 2-run blast by Freddie Freeman back in the first. This one's hit, just a foul ball back again. The Giants had 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fourth, and that's all she wrote for the Giants. All by home runs. Luis Brinson, J.D. Davis. And this is hit. Fly ball out to shallow center. That's going to get down, splitting the gap, and a base hit to kick off the bottom half of the inning. That was just one of those plays where neither Crawford or Brinson could get to it. They were playing a little bit into the shift. Crawford was coming from short, Estrada coming from second, and Brinson trying to come in. No one really properly called that ball off, but I don't think anyone was able to make the play, regardless who called off. Mookie Betts is up. He's 0 for 2. He restarted back in the first inning from an error. Evan Longoria overthrowing Villar. 33 home runs and 74 RBIs. Very well productive. First pitch swinging foul. Right field side. That's going to be a souvenir for one of the fans. Taking a look at maybe games for tomorrow and how the series boats for both teams. The Dodgers are definitely in a pretty comfortable position. They're just looking to win a handful of games, a week's worth of games, as a matter of fact, in order to precisely 9 in order to clinch the National League West. Think of how well they're playing, and the 0-1 is down low. It's 1-1. They don't really need to really be worried, but it would be nice. And I think if I would have to say for the Dodgers is that, every good team, you talk about how the Yankees are playing the second half of the season, haven't been their year. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Is lined to left field. That's going to get down back to the wall, coming around second and being waved on home is Barnes. Here's a play at the plate, and Barnes is going to be called out as Betts is going to end up at second, and a sacrifice, but called out base running. And I thought for a second, I don't know what happened. I thought Barnes had a pretty well jump on this ball, and Johnson was a little slow getting to the ball and getting it back in. And third base coach was winding Barnes back home. And you knew Barnes was going to be out way ahead of time. So poor decision by the Dodgers causes them a run. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite them in the butt. So with 1 away and Betts on first, a heavy swing and a miss from Turner for strike number 1. 1 for 2 and a single. The Yankees got off to a really hot start of the year. It kind of started dying down the second half of the season. Every team goes through their hot and cold streaks, and you wonder if the Dodgers are going to hit theirs soon, especially before the playoffs. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Now it goes 0-2 for Turner, who singled back in the third. And Dodgers been playing 47 of 60, 47 wins in the last 60 games. Incredible baseball. Really shows just why they're such a good team. This is a pitch outside. It's 1-2. He's 322, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs, 68 RBIs with runners in scoring position. Webb set about a throw number 80. Pitch number 79. This one's outside for a ball. It's 2-2. But you wonder if the Dodgers are going to have their downhill battle, the slump before the playoffs. If they do, or they could possibly be reaching jeopardy. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's going to be lined right back to Crawford at short. Advancing the run over to third is Betts, but a stretch out diving play from Flores gets the out on first. So 2 away with the runner on third base now. Now Freddie Freeman is coming up. And a nice stretch by Flores. And it looks like he still had the foot on the bag. I think that would be a hard decision to make the judgment of if you want to challenge that. I think the Dodgers are giving some extra time, maybe a pitching mound visit. Freeman's 2 for 2, 2-run home run, a single and 2 runs batted in. Giants lead 6-3, and there was something happening on the field. And looks like they're ready to resume play. Here's the first pitch to Freeman. It's outside. It's in there, called for a strike on the outside corner. So if you're the Giants and you're trying to look for a playoff battle, you need teams like the Phillies to lose, and they're playing the Marlins at home tomorrow night. You need the Padres and Diamondbacks. Now that doesn't help, but you want the Diamondbacks to win as a swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 goes to Freeman. And then you look at teams such as the Milwaukee Brewers, who are over in Colorado. So you do want the Milwaukee Brewers. First and foremost, I mean, so far in the year, the Giants have only won 3 and lost 10 to the Dodgers. Here's a line right to Longoria. Jumping catch will make the final out of the inning. We ran Betts at third, and we played 6. The Giants 3 and the Dodgers. Giants 6 and the Dodgers 3 here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. The Throw-In with Justin is returning here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in, press your notifications, and don't miss a single episode of the Throw-In. Break down the NFL, college football, Major League Baseball, and also professional wrestling. The Throw-In with Justin is returning very soon Stay tuned for more details. Pitch on the way to Estrada. It's fouled back. He's 0 for 2. First pitch was called for a strike. Caught looking. Estrada 1 for 2 on the game. Solo home run. As we begin inning number 6. As Heaney sets and delivers, and it's got away. Checked with the first base umpire, and they said he did not go. And that's an iffy call. And then Barnes lost the ball in the play of exchanging hands. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Or swing and a foul. Excuse me. The count where plays 1 and 2. The 1-2 to Estrada. And it's down in the dirt. It's 2-2 now, the count. Taking a look at the National League division leaders, you have the Dodgers sit comfortably, 7 games above the Mets, 92-41. 85-50 for second for the Mets, and then the Cardinals at 79. This one gets away from Heaney, and the count goes full 3-2. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the first full count of the entire game, as Heaney is about to set pace to throw pitch number 86. Could only assume that if Heaney could finish this inning, this will be his last inning of the night. Here's a 3-2, and that gets away and draws for a walk. So leadoff walk here to start the top half of the inning. And I guess every movement from here on out to see what Dave Roberts wants to do. And you go to the bullpen, or you believe in Heaney, already given up 6 runs on the night. Brandon Crawford comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 2, 7 home runs on the season. A pickoff attempt. It's lightly thrown back over. We got the Dodgers, the Mets, the Cardinals, and then the Braves, the Phillies, and the Padres. Milwaukee's 2 games out, and then you got Arizona and San Francisco 8 games out. And I don't want to. I'm pretty sure that you could exclude teams like the Rockies or the Cubs. This one's hit foul left field side going over the left fielder. No play. It's going to be out of bounds for Joey Gallo. You start talking about Colorado after San Francisco. You got Chicago, Miami, all sitting about 17 to 19 games. I'm pretty sure they're going to be eliminated very closely. The Rockies 11 games from elimination, but anything can happen. It is baseball. I'm giving you the more broader picture and what the real playoff picture right now looks like. And another throwback over. It's 0-1. And maybe it's time to let the bullpen, left-hander Caleb Ferguson, warm up. It allows him to warm up and get his pitches in. Heaney sets, delivers to the mound, up high. Seems like ever since the 3rd inning, a lot of those pitches have just been getting away from Andrew Heaney. Take a look at the American League. Leading it is the Houston Astros. And you just believe that even the New York Yankees at one point was leading the AL division leaders in the wild card. The Astros lead 87-48. The Yankees are right behind them. And here's the 1-1. It's on the corner, but called for a strike. Count goes 1-2. The Cleveland Guardians are currently leading their division with 69 wins. And it's a little shocking to me as we enter in, a few days already into September. And the Guardians, the Central, haven't won 70 games yet. Wild card, Tampa Bay, Seattle, all half a game above Toronto, sitting at 75 wins. Toronto is the third wild card as of right now. Baltimore's 4.5 games back. Minnesota's 6.5 games. Chicago's 7.5 games. The 1-2 swing and a miss, and a strikeout goes down. Crawford for one away. You got Estrada on first, and Austin Wins up to the plate. You say a double play opportunity, and it looks like that will be it for Andrew Heaney. So after a 5 1/3 of an inning, he'll be responsible for Estrada on first. He departs the game at 90 pitches and 8 strikeouts, and the Giants have the lead 6-3. We'll take a step aside as a pitching change here on Major League Baseball night here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Pitching change here for the Dodgers as Caleb Ferguson is set to take the mound as he is 1-0 on the season, 1.78 ERA in 26 games. One game started as he pitched 25 1/3 inning, 26 strikeouts. 10 walks, 26 strikeouts, no home runs allowed. Opponents' averages against him is 141. Last game pitch was actually yesterday against the San Diego Padres. He pitched 1 inning, strike out the side. So he will be asked to at least complete this inning, from my best of knowledge here, as the Giants lead 6-3 in the top of the top of the sixth inning. Yeah, Thairo Estrada on first. Austin Wins due up with 1 away. Austin Wins 0 for 2, a pickoff play back at first base. As Ferguson sets and pitches to makes the pitch to the plate, it's up high for a ball, 1-0. We were talking about the American League wild card and everything going on. You take a look at, and the way I look at it is any team that is 10 games from the wild card. That's what I look at. So you got Baltimore, you got Minnesota, Chicago, and Boston, all within 10 games. Here's the 1-0. It's in there, called strike 1-1. The Boston Red Sox 6-9 games out, 7.5 games for the White Sox, 6.5 for Minnesota, 4.5 for Baltimore. When you dive into the regular season, I mean, the only realistic team that in the East that has a chance, this gets away down in the dirt and taken off, is Estrada. No throw, he'll be safe. So it'll be counted as a stolen base, and it's a 2-1 count. Estrada took off as soon as the ball was thrown. Good start, and the ball was just put in the dirt, and no play by Barnes. Easy stolen bag. So a runner on second, one away. 2-1 count to Austin wins. 6-3 Dodgers lead in the Giants lead in the sixth. And here's the pitch. Check swings, went around. Count goes tied 2-2. Mike Yastrzemski is up next. So no double play. Like I said, Andrew Heaney is responsible for the runner on at second base. Here's the pitch, fly ball out to center field, and Bellinger will get underneath it, and he lines it up perfectly. Estrada stuck at second and 2 away. It's surprising to me that the AL Central hasn't had a team that has above 70 wins. Cleveland sits at 69, Minnesota 68 for Chicago, 55 and 51 for Kansas City, Detroit. You got 1 or 2 games apart, and it sucks because for me, I like to see all Cleveland, Minnesota, Chicago have a chance at the playoffs, but it looks like, according to where they sit at, that's only one of them, whoever is going to win the division. The first pitch is lobbed on in there for a ball. It's 1-0. You dive into the AL West. You look at Houston, who has that comfortable lead, 11 games. Every team has been eliminated in the West except for the Seattle Mariners, sitting at 76 and 59, 11 games back. Runner on second, 2 away, top of the 6th inning. Time is called. The Angels, the Rangers, the Oakland A's, all under 60 wins. I like to look at teams that were already eliminated at the beginning of September. 3 teams for the American League: Angels, Texas, Oakland. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's up high as 2-0. You got Miami and Washington eliminated from, at least from their division. That's what I would say. Pittsburgh is currently eliminated as first team from the Central, and then Colorado is eliminated from the division. You take a look at the wild card. I like to look at the wild card also. Oakland's just 3 games from being eliminated. This one's right down the middle. Called for a strike, 2-1 to count to Yastrzemski. And 3 games for Washington as well for the wild card. So over the next few weeks, just interesting, fascinating to pay close attention to this playoff race. And every game from here on out, especially adding that extra playoff team, should be a playoff caliber, playoff vibe game. This one's pitched out. It's 3-1 now to Mike Yastrzemski. Bryce Johnson on deck. Estrada on second, 2 away, 6-3 Giants lead, top of the 6th inning. Just haven't been able to find it. And the thing is that the first ball was a curveball. The last 2 has been 4 fastballs right down the plate. This one's in there, called for a strike, full count. See what Estrada does over at second. They got a comfortable lead. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be down in the dirt. And Mike Yastrzemski gets on base with a nice battle walk off of 6 pitches. No, 7. I do. Correct. So 2 on with 2 away. Now sits in for Brian Johnson, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Like I said, the Giants and Dodgers, 3-game series. We'll conclude this game on Wednesday. Here's the first pitch to Johnson, and that's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Angels up 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning as they are shutting out the Detroit Tigers. There's 4 games shut out. And Caleb Ferguson strikes out on Bryce Johnson on 3 pitches. And they strand 2. No runs come across. 2 stranded. And we have played 5.5. The Giants 6, Dodgers 3 here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. First pitch in there for Max Muncy is called for a strike. As we hit to the top of the bottom half of the 6th inning, Dodgers trailing 6-3. This is a pitch fouled back. It's 0-2. Welcome back. Happy Labor Day to everyone. As the Dodgers get some men working on the bullpen. And if you haven't heard, we're working on getting the throw-in with Justin back up and running. So stay tuned. Postpone with that. This is Chop Foul. So 1-2 now. The count to Max Muncy. 1 for 2 in today's game. Singled in the 4th. Here's the pitch. And that one's up high. Muncy, Thompson, and Gallo do up this inning, trying to get something going. As the next one is down low for a ball. 2-2 now to Muncy. We're working on trying to call a couple of postseason games in the month of October. That's one swing and a miss, and strikeouts go down to Max Muncy. And Ryan Rebb records 5 on tonight as he approaches 90 pitches for Trace Thompson, who's 0 for 2. I did forget to mention that the Mets and the Pirates were scheduled today. As the first one's fouled off. It's 0-1. Logan Webb's been selectively better with this slider, changeup, sinker in tonight's action. The Mets and the Pirates were scheduled to play today. It was postponed due to weather inclements. We're making that game up on the 7th. Here's the 0-1. That's in there for a strike. It's 0-2. This one is outside. This one's actually fouled. It was down low, fouled at 88-mile changeup. Count remains 0-2. 2 strikeouts on the evening. Looking for the hat trick here for Logan Webb. This one's outside. You guys have a favorite team that are contending in the postseason? Let us know down in the comments. This one's flied up, popped up. Going back is a right and center. That's going to be in the foul territory, hitting the netting. Yurskimski sliding into the wall to try to make the grab. No play. It's always scary when you see two guys run after each other with no communication. And then you see one of them dive at the very end just because. Even though they most likely they ain't going to be able to make that play. One away, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Trace Thompson. Dodger Stadium, sun setting quicker. Feel that fall setting. This one's outside, just 2-2. Maybe 90 degrees, but it isn't hot as it is hot in August. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that is swing and a miss. Sit down again. That's the 6th strikeout for Webb. 3rd strikeout for Trace Thompson. And now Joey Gallo comes up trying to get something going for the Dodgers. He's 1 for 2 RBIs and a double. 15 home runs, 34 RBIs. First pitch of the way is in there for a called strike, 0 for 1. Webb sets and delivers. That's swing and a foul. Notice that Webb has picked up his speed of deliverance as the game's gone on. Here's the 0-2 that is framed up high, and it's going to be 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is up high again. It's 2-2. 2 out up high pitches. At least you're not going to leave them over the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. 101 pitches here. This is chopped over to first. And Flores is going to get it and take it to the bag himself to end the inning. We played 6 in LA. Giants 3, Giants 6, Dodgers 3 on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Tomorrow night at 7:10, the Giants and the Dodgers meet again. The reigning Super Bowl champions LA Rams are coming to Dodger Stadium Tuesday night, September 6th. The special event ticket package includes your ticket to the game and an exclusive Rams night flag celebrating with the Rams and the Dodgers, the defending Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams, before they get ready to play the Buffalo Bills this Thursday night to kick off the NFL season. If you're in the area, want to go to the game, check out MLB.com @bat for more information. Logan Webb looks like he's done at 101 pitches with 6 innings. We'll get you more of the total down below. First pitch to Luis Brennan is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Blake Trinan is the new pitcher for the Dodgers. This one swinged and a foul back. It's 1-1. Top of the 7th inning, Giants are up front 6-3. You look for the Giants with Logan Webb, 6 innings with 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 home run with 6 strikeouts. This one is in there for a called strike, 1-2. For the Dodgers, the starting pitcher with Andrew Heaney, 5 in a 3rd inning, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 4 home runs allowed. This one's blocked in the dirt by the catcher, and he'll be down, and Brinson is down on strikes. 1 away in the top of the 2nd inning. 9 outs to get something going for the Dodgers, and it would be unprecedented to see the Dodgers have a breakout inning. Wilmer Flores for 2 of the evening. His first pitch, chop foul. It's 0-1. Blake Trinan, 1-for-1, 2.25 ERA in 4 games. 4 innings pitched and 5 strikeouts. Last game pitch was back on Saturday against the Padres, where he went in 1 inning. The 0-1 pitch is in there for 0-2. .96-mile sinker. Right-handed pitcher. This one's popped foul. Souvenir on the right field side. The Angels are up 9-0 against the Tigers in the top of the 8th inning. 6-3 Giants lead, 1 away, nobody on. Flores to pitch down to the dirt. That's 2-2. Take a look at Rams night tomorrow night. Like I said, NFL begins this weekend. It kicks off Thursday with the Buffalo Bills and Los Angeles Rams. And then Wednesday, a 1:10 game, Eastern Pacific game, is Mexican Heritage Day. As the 1-2 is pitched on the inside, it goes 2-2. Trinan sets. Hits on foul ball on the third base side. Will replay 2-2. Dodgers have a 3-game series, wraps up this homestand between the Padres and Giants. That ends Wednesday. They will have Thursday off, and then they will head to San Diego for a 3-game series, and then they will be over in Arizona for another 3-game series. The 2-2 pitch fouled off, and then they will finish up a 3-game series against the San Francisco Giants. So they finished up this home series. 3 against the Padres, 3 against the D-backs, and 3 against the Giants. And it'll be one of the last road trips that they would have on the season. Here's the 2-2 that's pitched outside. Matter of fact, that's the second last road trip. The last road trip is with the Padres at the end of the month before the final 2 series. So after the Giants, they will head back home to face an 8-game home stance in 7 days. This one's fouled back. A great battle from Flores as pitch number 10 is about to make do. Full count for Wilmer Flores, who's 0 for 2. Nobody out, 1 out with nobody on. 6 consecutive sinkers, 2 consecutive fastballs after that, followed by a sinker. And here's the payoff pitch. This one's the foul back again. This is the 11th pitch at the at-bat. And is hit back to third base, line to Max Muncy for out number 2. And listen, I mean, I give credit to anyone who could work in an at-bat. You think about, 3 balls, 2 strikes. You get the next pitches, it's going to be the payoff pitch. That's 5 pitches there. Flores made Trinan throw an extra 6 pitches to record that out. So for me, Flores, it's a victory for me. J.D. Davis, 1 for 2 with the solo home run. First pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. Talking about the Dodgers, how the rest of the season looks like. I told you about the road trip that they have coming up starting this weekend with the Padres, the D-backs, the Giants. Then they come home for a 4-game series with the Giants, includes a doubleheader on a Tuesday, and then 3 games against the Cardinals. As the 1-0 pitch is down the middle, called for a strike, it's 1-1. They'll go over to San Diego at the end of the month, and they'll come back home to finish off with the Rockies and the Rockies. And honestly, in a 1, 2, 3, 6-game series, it's a pretty different. Like I said, all the exchange for the delay of the season. The 1-1 pitch is down low, so it's 2-1. The Giants, on the hand, they will have a doubleheader this Thursday on the road. They'll head over to Milwaukee before they begin a 3-game series in Chicago. They'll come home for the Braves and for the Dodgers. That was in there, called for a strike. And then they'll jump back on the road for 4 games against Colorado, 3 games against Arizona, and they'll finish things off. And then they'll come home for Colorado, and they go on the road come home for Arizona, and then they'll go on the road for the Padres. It's kind of different, playing a lot of divisional games. This one's outside. Count goes 2-2 now for J.D. Davis. Actually, full count, I'm sorry, is 3-2 to J.D. Davis. As the payoff pitch is outside and is drawn for a walk. So a 2-out walk here in the top of the 7th inning. Here comes Evan Longoria, who's 0 for 3 tonight. And it's kind of interesting as as I was looking at the schedule, and you see a lot of division games back and forth. Normally, this how the season ends, but the last series of the season was the original first series of the season. As the first pitch to Longoria is fouled at the knees, it's 0-1. Trinan's at 22 pitches. Let's see how long they keep him in there with 2 away, 1 on. And there's plenty of baseball games left for the Giants to even catch up if they wanted to. This is a chopper at short to. There's a chopper at short to Turner. He'll toss it underhanded to Muncy at second to end the inning. A runner left on first. No runs scored. It's the seventh inning stretch here in LA. 6-3 Giants lead. Seventh inning stretch here. I want to give a shout out to Epidemic Sound. Discover your world-class artists, composers, and bands. Find the perfect soundtrack and give your social media accounts the music they deserve. Epidemic Sound is a royalty-free music link. Check out Epidemic Sound for more information. All the music that we're playing here is given to you by Epidemic Sound. Thank you. As we hear in the bottom of the seventh inning, the Giants out 6-3. Miguel Vargas will get things going as we're 7-8-9 due up for Yornor Marte. He's 0 for 1, 6.15 ERA in 27 games, 33 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts. Last game pitched was back on August 10th, where he recorded a loss after 1 inning, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 strikeout. First pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. It's up high for ball 2-0. 9 outs left for the Dodgers to get something going. And this one's popped up foul. It's 2-1 now to Miguel Vargas. He's 0 for 2. You know what I enjoy about these type of series, especially if you're a fan like maybe me, not being a biased opinion, but facing the Padres. Padres get to face them 6 more times. And you think of the Dodgers being, they are, this one's fouled off. It's 2-2. The Dodgers are the team in the National League that you have to beat. Okay. Heading into the playoffs. You think of all the teams that have won the World Series. What was one thing in the last maybe 5 years? As the 2-2 swing and a miss for out number 1 away. And you look at teams like the Braves, like the Mets, like the Cardinals, like the Padres, and like the Phillies, who currently hold those playoff positions. But those teams they have to go through the Dodgers. And over the last several years, the World Series champions have had to beat the Dodgers, whether it was the Cubs beating the Dodgers or the Indians, or no, not the Indians, but the Astros beating the Dodgers, or the Red Sox beating the Dodgers, or the Braves or the Nationals. They all had to beat the Dodgers. First pitch to Cody Bellinger is outside for a ball. And so when you're in the National League, it seems like every year, this one's up high, it's 2-0, that in order to win the World Series, and if you wanted to be favorites to win the World Series, you had to beat the Dodgers. And the Dodgers have proven it yet again. They have established themselves 92-41, 19 and a half games above the Padres in the division. And you look at the Padres trying to work their way into being playoff worthy, as the 2-0 is outside for a ball. It's 3-0. Long set here for Marte. And it's in there, called strike, 3-1. We look at the Padres' journey over the past year. They go sign Bob Melvin as a veteran manager, and then they lose Fernando Tatis to an injury. This one's popped up out there in right center. Calling for it is Yurskemski in right, and he'll make the grab for 2 away. Then the Padres and A.J. Preller picks up Josh Bell and Juan Soto. And then you find out that Fernando Tatis was once again out because of PEDs. And so there's just been struggles, but we're there in September and they're still fighting very hard, and they still have an opportunity to win. And then, but I've heard this from time and time again the last several months. In order to take a handle on the West, or if in order for the Padres to be considered as a contending team, first pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1 to Austin Barnes. Then you have to beat the Dodgers. And the last couple of times the Padres have not, and they're going to get 2 more chances this month to beat the Dodgers. One both times at home. This is a long fly ball out to left field. Looking up is Johnson, and that's gone. A solo home run by Austin Barnes cuts the deficit down to 6-4. I mean, that one was a 94-mile slider. 384-foot distance makes it 7 home runs on the season for Austin Barnes. That one's left a little bit over the plate, just too much. The sinker wasn't going as fast. When you have that, you take advantage. You got to be taking advantage of what's given to you. Possibly spark something in the Dodgers dugout to get something going. Mookie Betts back at it. He's 1 for 3. First pitch looking in for a called strike on the corner. That's Austin Barnes' third home run in the last 7 games. This one's up high and away. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is down to the dirt. It's 2-1 now. And you think about, never count out the Dodgers, but definitely the fans are maybe starting to feel a little less hope. And hopefully that puts something in for the Dodgers for the next few outs. This one's down low. Betts worked himself to a 3-1 count. Scott Alexander is warming up in the Giants bullpen. Marte sets, delivers, swing and a miss. Full count. Boy, I tell you, this game has been rounded by long balls. This one here is popped up in the infield, calling it off as Flores, and he'll make the grab. One run is scored thanks to a Austin Barnes solo home run out to left field. The Giants lead 6-4. You're listening to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. We head into the eighth inning with the Giants out front, 6-4. Justin Brule was taking the mound for the Dodgers. He's 1-for-1. 3.57 ERA, 18 games, 17.2. With 11 strikeouts. Last pitch was back on 6:30 against the Padres. As you'll be facing Thairo Estrades, count goes 2-2, just coming ahead here. Here's the first pitch was swinging, then a ball, followed by two balls, and a foul ball. And here's this one here was popped up. Fly ball out to right field for Mookie Betts to get it. One away. First pitch on the way is to Brendan Crawford as a miss bunt. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is down and out. It's 1-1. One and one the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Brendan Crawford 1 for 3. Six to 4 Giants lead. Dodgers in the shift. Turner the only man on the left field side. 1-2 the pitch to Crawford. This is right back up to the pitcher. Handling it, going over to first is Brill. And now we'll record out number 2. Austin wins 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. This one here is chapped on the left field side. It's 0-1. Taking a look at some of tomorrow's games, and you look at about the Giants needing victories. The Arizona Diamondbacks over in San Diego. This one's swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now. Miami over in Philadelphia, and Milwaukee over in Colorado. And then tomorrow at 10:10 Eastern, the Giants play the Dodgers. This is going to be looped into center field. It's a 2-out base hit for Austin Wins off of a 78-mile slider. That ball hung a little low below the plate. And now from Mike Yurczymski, first pitch is in there, called for a strike. A runner on first, 2 away here in the top of the 8th inning. The 0-1 pitch is down in the dirt. It's 1-1. There's one here, hit line fly ball out to left center field. That's going to get down in front of for Gallo. And with everyone running, everyone's going to be stopping at second and third. So a 2-out little rally here going on for the Giants. For Bryce Johnson, who is 0-3. First pitch to Johnson is popped up just behind second base for Betts on the right field side, and he'll record that for the last out. All right, we're midway through the 8th inning. Giants lead 6-4 here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Her pitch is hit straight away to center field. Going back is Brinson, and he'll make the grab, one away. We're at the bottom of the 8th inning here on a 6-4 ball game. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Labor Day weekend. Trey Turner flies out for one away, as Marte was back out there for another inning. And he'll be taken out of the game for another pitching change. We'll tell you all about that when we come back here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Pitching change here. The new pitcher is Scott Alexander. Scott Alexander, he's 0 for 0, 1.93 ERA, 4 games, 4.2 runs. Last game pitch was back on September 3rd yesterday. Went 1 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 earned, with 1 strikeout. From Santa Rosa, California, nicknamed Scotty Boy. He was the 6th overall pick with the Kansas City Royals back in 2010. The count goes 2-0 for Freddie Freeman. Giants still have people warming up in the bullpen here. It's a swing and a miss. Count goes 2-0. Here's the set and delivery. Swing and a foul. Two the count to Freddie Freeman. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. And this is a swing and a miss, and goes down on strikes is Freddie Freeman. 2 away. Max Muncy is due up, and the first pitch to Max Muncy is down low, but called for a strike. He's 1 for 3 on the today's game. Here's the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's down 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That's down to the dirt. It's 1-2 now. Two outs, nobody on. The 1-2 count to Max Muncy. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And here, 3 up and 3 down. And after 8, the Giants lead 6-9. We're headed to the 9th inning here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. One, two, three, due up here in the 9th inning as we bring you the last 6 outs of the release of regular gameplay. Is the first pitch on the way to Luis. Brinson is in there, is actually up high, called for a ball. Brinson, he is 1 for 4 as the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. It's now 1-1. Giants trying to hold on to a 6-4 lead as the Dodgers try to get back to the dugout and trying to make a rally happen in the 9th. The 1-1 pitch is pitched down low. It's 1-2. The Giants and Dodgers go back at it again. First pitch time 10:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As the 1-2 is on the inside, almost hit Brinson. It is 2-2. Ty Anderson, 13 for 3, 2.68 ERA, left-hander coming out for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers have yet to announce the starting pitching for tomorrow's action. Here's the 2-2. It's up high and away. Full count here now for Luis Benson. Angels Tigers final 10-0. Here's the pitch popped up behind home plate. Burns will not get to it. Replay full count, the payoff pitch. Camilo is warming up in the Giants bullpen. This is popped up. Out to right center field. Going back to the warning track is Bellinger jumping up. And it's gone. Solo blast by Luis Benson. Second home run of the game. And the Giants go out to a 7-4 victory. Second home run, fly ball out to right center field. And you had to enjoy that one if you're a Giants fan. That went 380 feet, 101 mile velocity. And here's the first pitch to Flores. It was on the ground, stopped by Muncy, throws it over to Freeman in time for out number one. And just the fact that the leadoff guy has had 2 home runs in this game. And this one went opposite field. You don't normally see that coming out of your leadoff guy. Sure, he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. J.D. Davis looks at first pitch for a strike. 4th career game with 2 home runs, last since August 11, 2021 against Miami and San Diego. Way to go, Luis Benson. This one's down in the dirt. It's 1-1. You start thinking about and start talking about who's the play of the game or the player of the game, and you can't help but start thinking about Luis Benson. Out of all the guys that probably deserve it, him having a 2-run blast, this kind of hopefully just seals the deal. Put the extra layer on the cake there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is on the corner, called for a strike. Top of the 9th inning, a run in, 1 out. This one's down in the dirt. It's now 2-2. Here's the 2-2. It's down in the dirt, and he's worked himself to a full count. 30 pitches in by Burrell. 5 home runs in Dodgers Stadium. Bonds, Eric Burtz. Not that often. And Davis goes down on strikes for the second out. You have Freeman. You have Brinson. Just make sure I have this correctly. Barnes. Don't forget Davis. Freeman, Benson, Davis, Barnes, and I want to say Estrada. All had home runs tonight. Evan Longoria is up. First pitch is in there for a strike. Justin Burrell steps out. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a strikeout, fielder's choice. Here's the 0-1 down in the dirt. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's hit, fly ball, just left field. It's going to be foul. It will be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Dodgers as they trail by 3. This is a fly ball out to right field, going back and making the grab is the right fielder, Trace Thompson. Well, he'll get things leaded off in the bottom half. 3 outs to go. Can the Giants seal the deal? They are out front, 7-4, thanks to a solo home run by Luis Benson. You're listening to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Last chance for the Dodgers to seal things up here this evening as we head into the bottom of the 9th inning. Camilo Doval, 56 games, 5 and 6, 19 of 22 saves, 2.73 ERA, 56 innings pitched, 45 hits, 26 walks, 66 strikeouts. So coming into the bottom of the 9th inning, the Giants out front, seven runs, 9 hits, 1 error. To the Dodgers, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 0 errors. 5 home runs hit in today's ball game. 2 runs in the first by Freddie Freeman, then 2 home runs in the 3 runs scored in the 3rd inning. 3 more runs scored by the Giants in the 4th. The Dodgers answered back in the bottom of the 4th with 1 run, and then a run in the 7th by a home run by Austin Burns, and then a solo home run by Luis Benson in the 9th inning. You got Tracy Thompson kicking things up 0 for 3 so far in today's game. As Doval gets set, ready to go. I know the Dodgers are down by 3, but there are still plenty of baseball for the Dodgers to play. I never underestimated them. I mean, just earlier the game was close over yesterday between the Padres. First pitch is in there, called for a strike. Dodgers mustered another 4 more runs in the late innings. The ball sets. 0-1 count. And it's grounded foul. So 1-2. 100-mile sinker. Right on the dot for Doval. Today's audience for at Dodger Stadium is 51,887. And I know that all the fans aren't there for this Labor Day in the ninth inning, as the 0-2 pitch is up high. It's 1-2. That's not a bad crowd at Dodger Stadium. I take that any day just at Great American Ballpark. If only, if only. 1-2 count to Thompson. Here's the pitch. It's on the inside. This goes 2-2. Giants up by 3. Nobody out, nobody on. 5, 6, and 7. Giants trying to take one of a 3-game series. They'll be back out tomorrow. It's Rams Day, celebrating the Super Bowl champions. As a foul tipped into the glove for the first out. Tomorrow night is Rams night, celebrating the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams, before they take place to play or face the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night to open up the NFL season. And then you also got Wednesday, Mexican Heritage Day. Nice series between the Giants and Dodgers. As you see people make way to the exits for Joey Gallo, 1 for 3. Duvall sets. And here's the pitch. It's in there for a called strike 1. Gallo doubled back in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And the count goes 0-2. Be back tomorrow. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. Seven four Giants lead. Bottom of the 9th inning, 1 away. The 0-2 pitch is up high. 1-2. Miguel Vargas due up next. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And that gets down Gallo for out number 2. 98-mile sinker. And now the Dodgers are down to their final strike. Be up to Miguel Vargas, who is 0 for 3 tonight, to get on base and get something going for the Dodgers. Here's the first pitch. That's on the inside for a ball, 1-1. 1-0. Be sure to stay tuned after the game for the post-game show, wrapping up all the highlight scores and more right here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. The 1-0 pitch down by the knees, called for a ball, 2-0. We'll get you a look out at town scoreboard. the standings and the recap of tonight's game between the Giants and the Dodgers, all right after the conclusion of this game. The 2-1 pitch is in there. First strike, 2-1, 96 sinker. Duvall sets. Here's pitch number 14. And it's hit, and that's going to get down the left field side. And a 2-out single for Miguel Vargas. And to keep the Dodgers alive here in the ninth inning. And here comes Cody Bellinger. Some nice 2-out action from Miguel Vargas. And it's always reassuring to know that even guys that you probably wouldn't consider powerful or would consider able to get on base in critical situations have done so. The Giants are playing into the shift, everyone on the right field side. You got Longoria, the only man on the left field side. The first pitch to Bellinger, right back up to second. Tossed over from Estrada to Flores, and he'll get the out to end the game. Well, a nice running catch. Estrada was playing right field. He was running in and made a barehanded grab to toss it over to Flores to end the game. Well, the Giants win this one. The final score 7-4. Want to take a break and step aside, and we'll come back with all the highlights and everything that you need, plus more. You're listening to Major League Baseball here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Well, I gotta say, I was really entertained by tonight's ball game. Happy Labor Day to everyone, and welcome to the post game show between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, the Dodgers came into this game beating the Padres 2 games to 1. The Giants beat sweeping the Philadelphia Phillies, and it was going to be a good game. You know, when the Giants and when the Dodgers come in and they play each other, it's set and to always be a good series. And tonight was one of it. Was one of the good series. Now it was a long ball, and as a broadcaster who has been calling a handful of games throughout this season, and hopefully it could be a tradition and we could grow from it. We've always been. I like action-packed games. I enjoy when people are run. I don't like it too confusing, but I don't like it too dull. And you could have a pitching duel, and then you could also have a hitter's duel. And we saw plenty of that in tonight's ball game. The Giants beat the Dodgers in the final score of 7-4, with Ryan Rebb going 6 innings, giving up 7 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those runs earned, striking out 6, allowing 1 home run, and that was the one by Freddie Freeman in the first. And if you look for the Dodgers here, Andrew Heaney, and boy, I tell you, 5 and a third inning, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and 4 home runs given. If you look at the Giants' skip record, and they advance to 65-68, as the Dodgers drop down to 92-42 on the season. Now, the way that the Dodgers played, all right, because the Giants was really on their top A game of baseball, and the reason why they've had so many home runs and they got out to a 7-4 lead was the simple fact was there was plenty of pitches that Andrew Heaney just left over the plate, and that's what the case was. It was the amount of mistakes that these pitchers had. It wasn't the defensive mistakes. There wasn't many defensive mistakes. I think the only defensive mistake was the third base coach sending Austin Barnes home from first in a play that was hit out to left field, and he was called out for it. But still, that wasn't enough to do any good or any damage. And then maybe that could have. But that was early on. I want to say that was in the second inning where Austin Barnes was at first. Austin Barnes were at first, and then Mookie Betts hits a double to left field, and Austin Barnes was waved on home, and he wasn't stopping, but he was definitely out by a long stretch. But it was the amount of pitches overall that was left over the plate that was taken yard. So the Giants win in a final score of 7-4. They will resume action tomorrow night at 7:10 Pacific time. All right, tomorrow night is Rams night, where they're celebrating the defending Super Bowl champions in the Los Angeles Rams, and before they take on the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night for the Thursday Night Football, the first NFL game on the season, and then they conclude this 3-game series on Sunday at 1:10 p.m. Pacific time on Mexican Heritage Night. So this will wrap up the series. So we're just going to get underway, and we'll have a lot of great matchups tomorrow. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll give you a scoreboard update as well as the standings update for the playoff picture and what it all looks like. You're listening to the post-game show here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Welcome back to the post-game show here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Our broadcast is given to you thanks to StreamYard Studios. Create your podcast, YouTube videos, host virtual business meetings, and even conduct your interviews. Check out their free version today at StreamYard.com. The San Francisco Giants beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. Final score 7-4. Here's the scoring plays. All started off in the bottom of the first inning, where Freddie Freeman homers to right field and scores in Mookie Betts on a 2-run blast, make it his 17th on the season. Top of the third inning, 2-0 Dodgers lead. Luis Benson homers, makes his first home run on the season, and a fly ball out to center field. Scores in David Villar as well. Game's tied at 2-2. Two batters later, J.D. Davis homers his number 9 and a fly ball out to straightaway center as well. The Giants capture the lead 3-2. In the fourth inning, Thairo Estrada homers on his 12th home run on the season on a fly ball to center field. Make that 4-2. David Villar homers on the second on the season on a fly ball out to right center field and scores in Brandon Crawford. Giants come out 6-2. Bottom of the fourth inning, Joey Gallo doubles on a sharp line drive to right field. Mike to right Yostemski. Freddie Freeman scores. Mike Muncy stops at third, and the Dodgers come back to 6-3. Joey Gallo hits his 7th double in that at bat. But take you down to the bottom of the 7th inning, Austin Barnes homers on a fly ball out to left center field, his 7th home run on the season, and the Dodgers cut it to 6-4. Top of the 9th inning, Luis Benson homers in the 2nd home run on the season out to right center field, and that's the final score. Giants 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Los Angeles Dodgers 4 runs, 9 hits, and 0 errors. Winning pitcher is Logan Webb. He'll move to 12-8, and the losing pitcher is Andrew Heaney. He'll move to 2-2. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you the round the league scoreboard standings and take a look at tomorrow's game. Listen to the post-game show here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. For your out-of-town scoreboard here, check on out MLB.com for all your scores, highlights, and news. MLB.com is where to go. All right, we're going to kick things off here in your just right down the line. I got Arizona shutting out the Padres 5-0 earlier today. The Blue Jays and the Orioles had a doubleheader. The Blue Jays beat the Orioles both games, one of final score 7-3, and the other 8-4. The Yankees beat the Minnesota Twins 5-2, and for what I saw, Aaron Judge is on the path to having 65 home runs. The Boston Red Sox fall short to the Tampa Bay Rays, final score 4-3. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Colorado Rockies 6-4. The Washington Nationals beat the Cardinals 6-0. The White Sox have also beaten the Mariners 3-2. The Texas Rangers were shut out by the Houston Astros, final score 1-0. Hunter Brown, the starting pitcher for the Houston Astros, went 6 innings, shutout innings in his first major league career start or baseball game, period. The Cleveland Indians beat the Kansas City Royals in 10 innings, final score 6-5. The Angels shut out the Detroit Tigers 10-0. And then the game that we had today, the Giants beat the Dodgers 7-4. The Pirates and the Mets were postponed, and they'll make that game up on September 7th, which is in just 2 days, on Wednesday. All right. Take a look at the standings that go around, especially as of tonight. The Los Angeles Dodgers moved to 92-42. They are 19 games into first place, followed by the Padres are 74-62. The San Francisco Giants move up to 65-48. 26 and a half games out of first. Arizona Diamondbacks are back in fourth place, 65-69, and then the Colorado Rockies are 57-79. Take a look at the wild card here for the American League. The division leaders starting off with Houston, followed by the New York Yankees and then the Cleveland Guardians. And then the current wild card teams is the Tampa Bay Rays, Seattle Seahawks Mariners, Toronto Blue Jays are the three wild card spots. Tampa Bay and Seattle have a half a game lead over Toronto. And then Baltimore, 4.5 games back of Toronto. Minnesota is 6.5. White Sox are 7.5. And the Red Sox are 9 games back in the wild card. The National League leaders are the Dodgers, the Mets, and the Cardinals. Atlanta has a 10.5 game lead above the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres, who are sit neck and neck. Milwaukee is 2 games out. Now the Giants have moved to 7.5 games out with the victory today. Arizona is at 8 games out. So if you're looking at the playoffs as of right now, Houston Astros will have the number 1. Number 2 is the Yankees. Number 3 is the Guardians. Number 4 is the Rays. And number 5 is the Mariners. And number 6 is the Blue Jays. Over in the National League, the Dodgers, Mets, and Cardinals, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and San Diego. That's as if today. The Dodgers moved to 5-5 on the last 10 with the 1-game losing streak. The Giants extend their winning streak to Game 4 on a 4-6. On a 4-6 in the last 10 games. All right, we're going to come back and we're going to give you the player of the game. We'll also get you ready for tomorrow's game where the Giants and the Dodgers set way to square off at 7:10 Pacific time. You listen to the post-game show here on the TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. Thank you guys for listening to the post game show here between the Giants and the Dodgers. And the final score of tonight's game is the Giants picking up the victory 7-4. And there's a lot of, tonight's game was consisted off of the long balls. I was telling you guys, Freddie Freeman had one, Luis Benson had two, J.D. Davis had one, Thairo Estrada had one, Austin Barnes had one. And I was looking at the statistics, and there was only a few other games, very handful of games. And the last game was nearly 20 years ago, since there was 5 home runs hit in one game at Dodger Stadium. That is a rare sight to see, and it happened tonight between the Giants and the Dodgers, and that would go down in history. But if you have to look at the player of the game, in my opinion, it had to be Luis Benson. That's because he hit a 2-run blast in the top of the 3rd inning to score in also David Villar, and that tied the game. And then it was for J.D. Martinez to get the encouragement, to get the motivation to hit another home run to give the Giants a lead. And since then, the Giants didn't ever look back. Yeah, the Dodgers were able to scramble up and muster up 2 more runs. But at the end of it, you also had Thairo Estrada home run. You had David Villar home run himself. And then in the 9th inning, to seal the deal, top of the 9th inning, you had Benson hit another home run. And that's the thing about beating the Dodgers. I explained that during the game, and I will explain that here until I'm blue in the face. The Dodgers are the team to beat in the National League. If you are a team if you look at the previous teams who have won the World Series over the last several years, they've all had to go through the Dodgers. They're just that good. And the Giants, who are finding struggles to get to the postseason, they are 8 games out or 7.5 games out of the wild card. Well, the St. Louis Cardinals have done it. They knocked out the Reds last year and entered themselves into the wild card. So if any team can do it, the Giants are still more than capable of doing it. And they were doing it with guys that weren't very well named. Luis Benson is my player of the game, and he was a leadoff batter of the San Francisco Giants. How many times do you ever see the leadoff batter have an incredible game, especially with the home run ball, as you did tonight? So Luis Benson is my player of the game. I give him a lot of credit, and he really helped with the Giants' victory tonight. But take a look at tomorrow here and the things that we want to look out for. You take a look at that wild card, and you take a look at the Giants and the Dodgers. We'll get to that here in a moment. But Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres, they're both fighting for that wild card. The Padres are trying to stay alive, and the D-backs are trying this to kind of maybe sabotage. If not, they can still be a team that can pull up a rally here in September. But they're just trying to also sabotage the Padres' playoff streak, playoff run, as they head into September. You think of everything that has come and gone through the Padres with the goods and the bads, and it would be nice if you could spoil a playoff run with that. So look out for that game tomorrow. That is at 9:40 Eastern time. We also had the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, if you're looking for the another sabotage moment, if you're Miami, to knock out the Phillies. You also got Milwaukee, who is also looking for a postseason shot, and the Colorado Rockies, and Milwaukee's in Colorado. And then you get down to the Giants and the Dodgers, which the only pitching matchup that I see for the Dodgers is Ty Anderson. He's 13-3, 2.68 ERA, left-handed pitcher. And the Giants have not yet named anyone for their starting pitcher. Couple other pitchers I'm looking around the league, and I'm like, all right, is this really throwing out? Am I really excited about? Joe Musgrove was on the mound versus Morel Kelly. Not really. Aaron Nola is going to be on the mound for the Phillies, so a really good really good pitching options. Um, Cincinnati Reds and the Cubs. Dunn's facing Miley. And then for me, that's pretty much it. That's all I have when it comes down to the pitching. So that's tomorrow's game. That will be played a little later on. And this is wrapping up our post-game show. We thank you for tuning in to the Giants and Dodgers. We hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please let us know down below. If you guys want to listen to more, I'm hoping to figure something out and calling you guys a football game next weekend. We'll see how that plans. I don't want to jump into it if I'm not secure. So we will see on that, and we will get back to you. Stay tuned. Also, by the way, keep an eye out for the Throw-In with Justin. It's a Monday through Friday podcast talking all sports, baseball, football, college, and even professional wrestling. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, you guys take care.